I'm really sitting here baffled because I just had a conversation with somebody where they told me being an exceptional man is paying all of the bills, making sure they respect their partner, making sure that they provide and protect for their partner. And in my opinion, that's the bare minimum. If y'all living in a house together and y'all in a relationship and y'all committed to each other, paying the bills is the bare minimum. Share responsibilities of the household is bare minimum. Because if you wasn't with that person, you'll be doing that for yourself anyway. Being an exceptional partner to me is going above and beyond those means, those everyday means. Tell me if I'm tripping.
You're tripping. Listen, let's just be frank and just be real. What's exceptional becomes it's determined by what the mean is, what the average is. And if we believe women in saying that the average has been dropped down, there's piss in the dating pool, and most men can't really carry a conversation. The fact that I can pay 50% of the bills should make me exceptional in terms of where the average is. It depends in terms of where the bottom is. More importantly, or more realistically, if I'm paying all of the bills and I'm also helping out with household chores and splitting that with you, that's also exceptional. That's also above and beyond. You cannot determine what is bare minimum because you just feel that's bare minimum. If you don't understand the average, you don't understand the mean, you can't say what's bare minimum. And if you notice, I've never heard anyone say what was above and beyond or what was average. Paying all the bills, how is that bare minimum? If the simple rejoinder too, if I'm living by myself and you move in with me, I was paying the bills and managing the household finances on my own. You just come in. You're not a ghost. You're not an intangible, phantasm. No, you take up resources as well. Especially when we're saying the quiet part out loud about you being a stay-at-home, enter girlfriend, wife, mother, all the utilities, all the resources, all the groceries, all that goes up. Taking care of you, all that goes up. It's not one for one where you just sort of slip in. Maybe it's our lack of understanding of finances. Maybe that's bleeding over into this other scope and say we don't get how costs go up the more people are in within like one household. I don't get how we can't fathom this. We can't put these two things together outside of just become populist, tell men that they're not doing enough, even though they're doing something that is completely exceptional by the numbers. If most men cannot afford to pay the entirety of my bills, your bills, the kids' bills, plan for the future, plan for the retirement, plan for school, for private school, for special events, for sports, to keep you entertained, to make sure you have money, to make sure you feel compensated, even though you're a stay-at-home wife, mother, still take you on dates, still go on vacations, still make you feel seen, heard when you ask for a Chanel bag or card. I'm supposed to do all these things, and that's not exceptional. That's so far from the average what the black community experiences to go and so that's the bare minimum. For me, that's the bare minimum. But you never really want to entertain what the bare minimum for a man would say, because then you would feel like, no, I'm not supposed to do that. Listen, before we continue, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss new uploads. If you know you've been subscribed to the channel for a while and you just seen this video, or you just didn't get any notifications, yeah, it's the notification bell. YouTube does what YouTube wants to do. It is what it is. Can't really fight that game. We just go and make sure we check it again and again. So again, I chose this video because the bare minimum is becoming one of the hot button topics that we're just sort of pushing forward to the new year with. But again, whenever you have things that are completely ill-defined, this is for men. You have things that are supposed to be shoved onto your plate that you're supposed to handle, but they have a very narrow definition, if any definition at all. A real man would do this. A masculine man would do this. I just feel like this is the bare minimum. The response should legitimately be, I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean by that? Explain that further. List out to me what you think the bare minimum is and why. According to whom? Especially when you have this dire fact, right? And we're keeping with the black community. When a lot of us grew up without a father in the household, how are you going to determine what a man is supposed to do when you didn't have an example. All your examples came from media, from Tyler Perry movies, from books, or from your mother or your grandmother or your auntie telling you a real man is supposed to do this. Again, but where's that example? Where's that real example coming from? We have no example or poor examples, or when we do have good examples, we shun those examples. So realistically, if we don't sit here and actually start defining things for ourselves, rather than entertaining something that sounds good and it makes me as a woman feel good about my position, it makes me feel good to tell men they're not doing enough. They need to step up their game. Let's say men are legitimately listening to that. What are they getting for the step up of the game? The same thing they've been complaining is not enough. The same lack of gratitude. And I'm not just talking about how you'll have people complain about, hey, physical touch is your love language. Of course it is as a man. Yeah, because we're starved of it. We're starved of these things that we're saying that we are desirous of. We want to feel appreciated. We want all these free things from you, but you need more and more materially, or you need financially, or you need more EQ. You need more presence and time. Eventually, you have to get that the well has run dry, that there's nothing, there's no further bottom to scrape to actually, there's no more resources, no more oil to dig up without you there and sitting there, so kind of watering your own backyard, without you pouring resources into that man first, or the generation in general, without more people saying, hey, I appreciate you. I know what you do is difficult. I know the world makes light of what you have accomplished, and it tries to keep you in place, but I see you struggle and I appreciate you. I would not be where I am today without you. Without you filling your man up like that, or in those various ways, you still just want more. And every year you want more. Every new trend, every new thing, there's more, there's more, there's more, there's more. There's more need upon a man. And then most men are doing what the younger generation now are doing. Just checking out. Hey, why would I do that? That's when the shame, the guilt, and insults, the need to be right, as you know, it's that tactic is now dead. It's worn its course. Doesn't work anymore. Then the next refrain is, okay, and what? Okay, what I get for that? You want me to do more? You say this is bare minimum. I'll do all those things. I pay all the bills. I help out with the household. I make sure you're engaged. I take care of you. I take it. Okay, what I get from that? And men are saying, I don't see what I'm supposed to get. I don't get any type of femininity. I don't get any type of care, gratitude. I don't even get my own kid. I have to take care of you and your responsibilities and your debt. Men are just saying, I don't get it. I don't get it. You want more without giving anything else. It's just, if we just look at it and just say, it's just, we're going back to math. When the bottom has dropped out and you still require more, you create this even larger divide. And men are just saying, I'm not playing in the margins. I'm not playing in the middle. You can either accept what I have, drop the bare minimum talk, realize what you have is more than what you had before, be grateful for it, or you can continue to be single, confused, and complaining about men on Instagram. It's still, by and large, it's still a free country. We see what the next year brings. You can decide and do what you want. But if you think I missed something, let me know down in the comments. You see videos on your screen right now, that means I'm doing my job. Shout out to me. Shout out to you. Take a look at those. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And of course, if you listen to sound my voice right now and you have not subscribed, just join the train. We're just trying to pay the rent. I'll see you in the next one.